Hi everybody, it's Tin again. How you doing? I'm pretty well. Today I'm going to show you how to create an album object. It's right here. Create an album from StoreManager. So it means we are, because we follow the MVC. So we have to have 3 components: controller, model, and the view. Okay, first of all, we have to take a look at the view first, whatever we have here or here. Alright, first we should have the genre list, right? The artist list, one text area or text box. The second text box is for the price. The first text box for the title, and the third text box is for album art URL. The last one I think is a create button. This one we use this one to submit the contents over here to the controllers, and after that the controller will manipulate the information that we send we send to the controller get those information this information and persist into the database through the model. Alright, that's the idea. And this one is the links. We'll go back to this page. Okay, and I think you're familiar with this one, that link already, because we go through the details tutorial already. Alright, it's time to make your hand dirty. Alright, inside, okay, inside, let's see, okay, JSP file. I know today I'm going to reverse the step because for previous tutorials I show you how to make the controllers and the model before the view. So today I will show you, because I show you different ways to design. Alright, first of all, those here, because we work with the JSDL, alright, and we need a form, so we need those things to put before definition for HTML type. Okay, and the title, this one for CSS style sheet. Alright, this is body, this one is for the head. Alright, see, header, the head over here. Okay, and create, it's just the heading. From here to here is the form. Very important. Okay, alright. Form model attribute, because we want that one is create album. This one, the name is over here, should match with the name inside the controller. okay, what I would say, post here, right? Request attribute, see model attribute here, create album should match with whatever we put for inside the form. Okay, and the method is post command. The name should match with this one. Alright, and the action, we want to go to this page, right? MVC music store Spring StoreManager, right? Remember, store is different from StoreManager. Store is for when the user log in or they browse our page. They want to buy some music album, they will see the store, but different size. For a manager, we should have StoreManager because we want to create more albums and show it to for the clients or customer that we have new album. Alright, and create, because we working with the create album. So this is the link where the system should find this JSP file. Field set, this one, field set, and okay, just heading, and select we'll use the for each loop. We use the for each loop to find all the genre that we have here, genre list, and you see drop down list. We use that one for drop down list. Select an option. Select is mean we say when we take a look at this, we know okay, this tag is for drop down list, and option is mean the items inside the list. Okay, alright, and for each loop over here is open and close. We should put the option between the open and the close of the for each loop, so it will generate the drop down list for us. That's how we work with the drop down list. And for each loop we get the genres list, right? Items is mean where information we get from is from the genres variable. You can decide over here or from the controller. Okay, I will take the comment out to let you guys see we're working with this one. Alright, put a get and pause for create album. See, alright. Genres here is mean genre list here, genre list. That is, you can decide over here or over here, whatever the name of the variable, but remember they should match. Alright, so it means we get the a list of genres, and we call each, when we browse each member of the list, we call that one is my genre. Okay, and I show inside the options. It means I generate members of the drop down list. I generate the name of January. I think I told you guys from the edit part already, so I don't want to talk more waste of your time. Like option value here. When I did this because when the user click on this one, you see the user will see the name of the January, but the system will send the January ID back to the controller. That is how we work with the drop-down list. The same thing for the artist. We should have the artist list and call each member of the artist is my artist, and generate a member of the option, member of the drop-down list. The user can see the name of the artist, but when the user click on this one, we will send the ID back to controller. Okay. For the title, price, and album art. The title, they usually play with the let's say the title tag, but I don't like it. I put the X3 for the title of each text box. Okay, title, price, and URL. Okay, it means for TD over here, TD mean table data. I should not put it here, I think, because I don't use TD. Okay. Did I use a table? No. I could use somewhere table, but in this one is not. Somewhere else. Alright, close. It means self. Alright, so form input path title. This means is this text box. Okay, you see this one is text box. Okay, it will get the information and manipulate directly inside the album entities. Alright, title, where title? Here, title. Okay, and it will do the same with the price. Okay. By the way, if you don't mind, I think last time I comment this one out, please put it back. This one, just remember. Okay, where's my JSP file? I do the same. The input is for the price. This will go directly to the entity to manipulate information over here. And for the album URL, same. Submit. This one is the submit button, and I put the name of that one. We want with value is self. See, okay, well. Okay, I can put a create. Alright, and remember this one, back to the list. Okay, this is a tag. Go back to StoreManager page. Alright, so that's all we have. This one I will talk this one later. Okay, so I'm done with the view. Go back to controller. For the get part, we okay, comment what I want to map the create album page get. Okay, do the same. Wow. Alright. So take a look at the view again. What we need: a genre list, okay, artist list, title, price, and URL art, album art URL. 5. Back to controller. Request map is not string, right? And the method return a string. I mean, we'll return a name, the name of the JSP file, and I return to the create album page, create album JSP. See, okay, and the logger. You don't need it, or you will see how we use it later. Okay, the album, I will create a temporary album, because this one will I use this one to store all information of one album object, the current album object, and I put it back to and I use this one, see over here, to put it back to the view. First one, genre list and artist list. Okay, I remember we talked about this one already. Genre model, inside the genre model, and file all genre, and it will return. This one will return the list of all of genre inside the database, and the same artist list, file all the artists and put into artist list, and inside the artist model, why? Okay, this one will return a list of artists, all the artists inside the database, and put it back and put the sorry, I don't know what happened to the zoom in zoom out stuff. Okay. All right. I don't know what will show when I finish the tutorial, but if you cannot see it, let me know. I apologize about that. Okay, and so we deal with the two artist list and genre list, and we put the artist list model put here. We put the genre list and artist list to the view, and remember, this is the name of the variable, and those are information we want to send to here to the view, genre and artist. Okay, and the album over here, technically you see we don't need them, but we really need them, because for the get and post, we always should have create album over here attribute. If you don't have it, the system will yell at you when it's compiled. The album over here, you see, is empty album, empty, but we need them. Okay, remember, because we use this one for the get is okay, but for the post we'll put information inside. I'm not sure if you will use that album, but if we miss that album object, the system will not compile. For the post over here, okay, request mapping, the same with the get, but request method is post string return redirect. It means redirect to here. Is different from the get, right? After redirect is mean after you post the information to the database, database, when it finish, it will go back, right? So it will go back to this page. I use redirect columns. Okay, logger. Okay, inside the set create album page, you can put any name for that method, because we want to get information from the user. We should know what they put inside the genre, the drop down list here. What genre they choose, what artist they chose, what the name of the title, what price of the new album, where can we find the album of your. Okay, so in the post request parameter, genre selected is mean what genre the user select. I use the integer genre selected why it integers? Remember, it return the artist ID and genre ID, so they are integer. It's not return the name of the genre or return the name of the artist, return the ID, so we have to get it in integer. The same with artist select. Okay, and for the orders, from the orders information like title, price, and the album art URL, we can get it from the album, create album. Okay, remember, warning, model attribute, not request parameter. Why? Because we set the model attribute at the head of the form. See over here, it should match with this one. Okay, all right. So we have to get the genre, right? So we have to create one variable. That variable is the genre object. And how can we get it? How can we know what genre we want? Is from, because we have the ID of genre already, genre selected, right? So we use the genre model to find genre by ID. By the way, if you want to find where this function from, you say control and click, it will go to the model, genre model. I believe that I show you how to create a method to find object already. So take a look at this one, and hopefully you guys understand what this method work, how to work. It will if we pass the ID of the genre inside this function, it will use the query to the database and get that object back and return that object to the controller right here and put into the genre. The same with my artist, because we have the artist select already, so we can find with that ID we can find the artist and create album here, right? We set the genre ID is my genre. Why is set genre ID is the genre object? Because album, take a look at the album here. When we set the album ID, right? No. Set the genre right here, because set the genre ID is not the ID, is the genre object. See, and the same with artist. When I say set the artist ID in the album, it doesn't mean that just pass the ID. We have to pass the whole object with that ID. Okay. So go back to the store. Once we have two objects already, put into the album. Alright, so go back here. We have this and this, but we don't have 3 over here. Don't worry, the system will get information from these 3 and put into the create album object over here, because it cannot know whatever we have over here, so we have to work in the controller. But for those here, they have information already and they put inside the create album. Okay, so it means we have 3 already. Yeah, it's go directly to the object. That is the reason why we don't need those information and put into create album. If you want, in some way you can get that information and put into a create album, but no need, because we have it already. Why we double? Why we put more information in this? But those information the same. It's waste of the resource, system resource. Okay, so we have 2 over here and 3 from these. This means we have all of 5 information already. So we use the album model and create and put the create album inside here. Control click in create. You will see inside the album model. I believe I show you create this one already. Alright. Transaction. This means we work directly into the database. Create album and put the album object in and we persist. JPA command. We can use merge. Alright, merge I will talk about it later, but or create. See, this one will create now. Alright, this means we can use persist. Right here, I use persist, but somewhere I will show you how to use to merge. Okay, go back to the controller and return. I show you guys already. Alright, so it's not so complicated for this part, and I will run. Okay, it's run ready. The server is running. Okay, click on here. This part I will show you later. Store. It's not the store. StoreManager. Okay, now I believe that I show you how to work with edit and details already, right? And today we work with create new. See, it go to create album, and we have the drop down to the drop down list as we wish. So I choose jar and to Aerosmith, and say my first create price is 1.11 URL. Okay, remember my genre is just artist, title, price, and URL. Say create. Well, okay, here just Aerosmith, my create, right, my first create 101. Okay, that's my our new object. We want to try more. Create new, say rock, buddy guy, hello, price 2.22 URL, and create web rock, buddy guy here. This is our new album. Okay, and go back to create new. They are not string. We have to test this one. Back to the list. Okay, it's back to the list. Okay. It's been we done with create. Next one I will show you how to work with the delete link. Hopefully you guys follow me until now, and nothing is so strange and generate error for inside your system. Alright, thank you very much, and see you next time.